Welcome race fans to Canyon Speedway. I'm Miles Grant, your announcer, and I have absolutely no distinguishable facial features. But that's not why we gather here today. Today we begin the first qualifying rounds in our 9-pack tournament. You can sign up to drive one of these cars, details after the race. Now the first 3 cars have been claimed and are ready to race, so let's meet today's cars and drivers. First up is this Geoterra off-road vehicle driven by Susboy of Team Susboy's Collection all the way from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome to Nevada. Next is this Dodge Challenger drift car driven by Scooter Roundwell. Now that's a racer's name if I ever heard one. He hails from Denver, Colorado and is representing Team Spirit of 64. And our final car today is this 1967 Chevelle SS, driven by Lily the Dog from Lily's Boneyard, hailing from the good old US of A. Now the winner of this race will advance to the finals, and the other 2 cars will have another chance in the wildcard heat. Alright, it's about time for race time, so let's head up to the starting line for race 1. Got Susboy in the Geoterra, Scooter Roundwell in that blue Challenger, he's pulling ahead. And we lose sight of the other drivers, but here comes Lily the Dog out of nowhere to take that first place finish. Keep an eye on the right hand side of your screen, you'll see that Geoterra spins out, allowing Lily the Dog to get past him. And then going into that hairpin turn, Scooter Roundwell has the same issue. His car spins out as well, loses power, and Lily the Dog, watch this move. Great driving by Lily the Dog to evade Scooter Roundwell, and she takes the first place. And let's go ahead and see what happened to that Geoterra. He actually slid sideways for quite a while, and he lost a lot of power, so he stalls out on that first hairpin turn, and he gets a DNF. So first place does go to Lily the Dog in that Chevelle, followed by that blue Challenger driven by Scooter Roundwell. And here are your scores going into the second race. Race 2 sees Lily the Dog up front along with Susboy in that Geoterra. Coming out of the chicane, the Geoterra pulls ahead. Battle between the Challenger and Lily the Dog does prevail, but wait a minute. She spins out on that first turn and Scooter Roundwell just scoots by her, so to speak. Picking up the replay, let's check it out. Great run by Susboy. Lily the Dog ends up going backwards and Roundwell just barely misses her as he passes her and slides into that second place finish. But first place goes to Susboy in that Geoterra. In our third and final race, we've got that Challenger on the left and the Chevelle on the right coming out of the chicane. They are battling it out. Who is going to prevail? It looks like Scooter Roundwell is going to keep that first place position and take it all the way home. And it's going to be Lily the Dog coming in second place in that yellow Chevelle. And you can see Susboy does not handle that first turn too well. It's the same thing that happened to him in the first race. But he ends up going backwards and it does slow him down. To make matters worse, coming out of the first hairpin, he hits the back end of Lily the Dog. That gave Lily a boost of power, but it brought him to a stop. Scooter Roundwell not only wins this race, but also wins qualifying round 1, so he and that blue Challenger will move on to the finals. Lily the Dog and Susboy will get another chance in the wild card round. And now here are the next 3 cars up for grabs for the second qualifying round in this 9-pack tournament. First up is this Monty Racer. This is a roadster with a single cockpit and a back fin. Next, the 1971 Maverick Grabber. We raced another Grabber in a previous 5-pack event and it did pretty well. Last is this 1990 Acura NSX, and I wonder if it's as fast as it looks.
I wonder.
Well, there you go, folks. 3 great castings. Well, 2. Anyway, first person to claim a car in the comments gets to drive it. Just list your team name, driver name, your location, and of course your car choice. You can only drive 1 car per tournament. Thanks for participating. Please subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when the next episode drops. We'll see you next time. I'm Miles Grant, your announcer, and I'm an adult.